Autsch! Irgendwo habe ich gehangen. I'll help you every step of the way. Getting to the heart of things is what an investigator does. What will you do, ma'am? If you relinquish the curse stone to a curse bearer, you will no longer be a curse bearer. You won't be a target anymore. Ayame is giving you a chance. Think hard and then give your answer. Ich weiß nicht, was ich da machen soll, weil das wird mir hier nicht gesagt, weil eigentlich soll sie ja die umbringen. Sorry, but that won't make me back down. Ma'am, that lighter. When did you... wow, my clothes are on fire. This does not need to be on open flame, as long as there's a spark of fire on you. Huh? Ma'am, please, think it through. Ich hab's gar nicht benutzt. Was soll das? Also hätte ich das abgeben müssen, da steht ja alles nicht drin. Weißt du, da ist diese Hilfe auch, ma'am, why? Was the only way? Richter. Could we? Nö. Story chart. Yes. Nee, das sehe ich nicht ein. There's a surprise, but there was something charming about the seriousness, and he seemed like he cared a lot about his daughter. Please cut it out. It's gross. You don't know a thing about us. Outsiders should butt into another family's affairs, so he may as well be a stranger to me now. If you cut legal ties, you're still related by blood. We're not related at all, huh? He probably thought that I never noticed it, but it wasn't hard for me to figure out that I wasn't related to them by blood. So you were adopted? Well, I got curious, so I looked into it. It was all pretty straightforward. I was a baby when they took me in. All they did was raise me. My mother first got pregnant shortly after she married, but it was a stillbirth. The whole affair left a deep wound on her heart. My father couldn't bear to see it, so it was for her sake that he did it. It was a substitute, a replacement for the child she lost. He decided that all by myself. He didn't discuss it? Maybe he was trying to be thoughtful, so any baby would be fine, as long as it could comfort the woman who hoped to become a mother. Putting it in such a way, it's not easy to raise a child. My mother was bewildered, wouldn't you be, after being told to raise a baby that wasn't your own? But she couldn't just abandon the babies either. Yet my father just left everything to my mother and never lent a hand. He is so damn selfish. The two of them grew apart. I watched them try and figure out how to understand each other, and the sight of it disgusted me. It was a messed up family, I tell you. Well, I guess my presence was to blame for that rift to begin with. You shouldn't say that. I know he's bad at expressing himself and has his work, but still that shouldn't be an excuse. But knowing all of that, I couldn't take it anymore. It just made me want to hurry up and leave home and live on my own. I still rely on him for tuition and allowance, but that much is normal for most kids, right? I don't want him to start acting like he's my father now just because he's doing the minimum. I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like it was thought for all of you. I'm sorry, you're right. It's not my place to talk about your family. Well, I may have said too much. To think I spilled all that when I don't even know what the conditions are. Could it be what we were talking about had something to do with the activation condition for the haunting clappers? Who knows, hmm? Do you smoke? Well, a little. Huh? Man, please think it through. What? Ich hab doch das jetzt erwähnt. Willst du mich verarschen? Alter. Ja, nochmal. Das ist doch verarschen. Verarsche hoch 500. Alter. Wir splitten das jetzt mal durch. Wir möchten ja auch ein bisschen was über die Leute erfahren. Das hatten wir aber ja schon. Das ist echt nervig, dass das irgendwie... How did you kill Fumichika Nijima? I'm not telling you. I only asked because it does concern me. He was one of the reasons my child was kidnapped. There's not much to say. We talked and he cleared the conditions for my stone. Did he show any sign of remorse over his past crimes? I didn't feel like he did, no. I see. The world is full of trash, man, I tell you. I agree. In a way, I guess you could say you put a stop to Nejima's mass murder schemes. About that. There's no guarantee that I won't do it myself. Huh? I picked up his curse stone of the one-sided reed. It really is something else. Unfortunately, I can't use a curse stone that's not mine until it's late at night. Really? Are you okay with telling me that? Ah, how silly of me. I let that slip. What is your wish, Ayame? Is it really to resurrect Katsushika Hokusai? Yes, there's no life that holds more value than his, including my own. You're saying you'd be willing to die if it meant bringing Hokusai back to life? Not all life is equal, at least not to me. A life that can birth art with the power to move hearts is infinitely more worthy compared to that the life of someone like me, someone that can produce a thing, has no value. That's unhinged. I'm still young, it's the age for wild thoughts. But aren't you the same as me? What? You've got a life more important than your own. A life you consider more important than the lives of many others. That's what you're doing it all for, isn't it? You're right. If I can save my son, I couldn't care less about my life or the lives of others. Who's unhinged now? I'm a mother. It is what it is. Dang, the feelings of a proper parent are something else. Muss ich das jetzt bis zum Ende durchspielen? But if that's your wish, then what do you plan on doing if you don't get your wish? I haven't thought of it. I might just keep on trying to bring Hokusai back some other way. You really are obsessed? You and Hihaku's chairwoman might be cut from the same cloth. Who's that? She's like an all-powerful vortex of obsession turned to yokai-level proportions. You're saying I'll end up like her? Are you looking forward to such a further future? I'd rather not have to wait till I'm old and creaking. I want it to happen now. I put my life on the line for Hokusai. Okay, das geht, also das geht, alright. Okay, das müssen wir dann auch wieder durchgehen. Scheinbar muss ich das komplett durchgehen. Dann geben wir das mal ab, würde ich sagen. Very well. Here. Thanks. Glad you could see reason. Ma'am, you made the right choice. Dang, you really didn't collect any soul tracks, huh? I promised myself that if I ever used it, it would be only once. But in the end, it didn't come down to numbers. So they only need to be carrying a flame? This seems pretty practical. Well, I'd be taking my leave then. There's no point in going after you for soul tracks, so I'm off to the next cursed barrier. Do you know who remains? You speak as if you've already figured it out. I've got a pretty good idea from our talk. What will you do? Do you plan to stop me? It's not my place to intervene. Alright then. Hey lady, can I borrow your phone? I don't mind. But who are you calling? The cops? I think it would be faster if I called them directly. Okay, das verstehe ich nicht. Haru's Resolve habe ich jetzt. Aber das ist doch jetzt nicht das Ending bekommen. Okay, das vierte weiß ich halt echt nicht. Da muss ich vielleicht irgendwie, keine Ahnung, noch was anderes machen. Merkwürdig. Dann gehen wir wohl mal hier hin, würde ich sagen. Da müssen wir bestimmt zum nächsten. Mukund Ending, unlock the chapter called Manhunt, ins to root. You're replaying. To unlock this ending, choose start over conversation at the point resume from. Once you are on the bridge speaking with Najima, there will come a break in conversation point where you can turn around. Lock this ending. You will open the conclusion chapter. The choices you make in conversation with Ayame on the order you make them can change the dialogue a little, but the outcome will always remain the same no matter what you choose. Okay, dieses Kapitel gibt's aber nicht. Dann gehen wir erstmal hier Preparing for Battle. Preparing for battle, Yakko Sakazaki, together with Yoshimi's fiancée Mayu, Yakko and Miyu report all they've learned so far to Tsutsumi and the others. Putting all their stories together, they can see their final objective at long last. Yakko Sakazaki, 5 p.m. Okay, das kann ich nur machen, wenn ich mit Yutaro gesprochen habe. Okay. Dann mache ich erstmal hier weiter, weil ich muss da später nochmal zurück und irgendwas ändern, damit ich noch ein anderes Chapter habe. Bäh. Aber ich will alle Enden zeigen. Das habe ich irgendwie Bock drauf. Mr. Tsutsumi, this is Mayu Chosawa. Oh, so you're the one the Sumida police was looking for you. Glad to see you're alright. Sorry, I should have told someone I was okay. I was just so pissed off. Falling right into Hihaku's hands, I got myself into some deep shit. Hihaku seem like they are still up to something. We'll have to make sure they clean up their act once and for all. Get it? 'Cause they sell soap. Nice one, boss. You're really on top of your game today. Stop trying to make me feel better. I shouldn't have said anything. More importantly, Mayu, thank you for your cooperation with Yoshimi. We'll get to the bottom of it, I promise. Oh, you must be Detective Irio. I heard a lot about you from Hajime. I'll be counting on you. Catch whoever did whoever did this, no matter what. Erstmal umhergucken. They've all but finished investigating the crime scenes and the police have mostly left. But they're letting us use the school as our base of communication as per Inspector Tsutsumi's request. Right. We're looking for Vögel. We're looking for Vögel. We're looking for Vögel. We don't see Vögel. Oh, that's not good. We're talking. Come on! To think of it, did old man Ashimiya end up getting away? The word's already out, huh? He was concerned but managed to take a hostage and escaped. It was, I heard on the radio. What happened after that? Though that's all they're reporting. Here's what really happened. He was killed? And the hostage was Tsutsumi's daughter, whose whereabouts are still unknown? Yep, his daughter showing up was a huge surprise. Even Boss could believe it. Damn it, the hell do you expect? No one could seen that coming. Though there's already an emergency research underway for her as a key witness and suspect, I'll be rejoining the search for her after we're done here. Key witness and suspect. But wasn't she hostage? Could she have killed Najima and fled the scene? Well, it's just a possibility. If we're talking possibilities, might as well tell them everything. It's very likely that Najima was killed by a curse stone. What? By a curse barrier? Oh, it's already evening, so the effect of the Feast of Shadows would be starting to return. Yeah, which makes it likely that a curse was used to kill him. Boss, you're repeating yourself. Try to calm down for a sec. But that would mean the inspector's daughter is probably Cursperia, right? Yeah, did you say something? Maybe I'm losing my hearing in my old age. Boss, you can hear just fine. Don't play the old man card every time you won't get out of something. We even talked about how she might have the Taiko of Tugaru if that's the case. Did we? My memories are a little hazy. You've got a soft spot for your daughter, don't you, Inspector? Ah, it just hits a little too close to home now. But either way, we have to find